talk about and to kind of vent for each other. Like, this is a video for everyone that has been grieving, but also for us to vent and to let out everything, how we've been feeling, and just anything that we've wanted to say. I think the main part of this video is for people to understand and to see an insight of how everyone viewed Josh and to see a life he lived and not focus on his demise.
When I first started chilling with Josh, he was just an amazing guy overall. I think he had his broken arm at the time, or broken hand. And I remember we were sitting in Ryan's living room, and like it was just so hard for him to eat anything without his right hand. And it was just, overall, it was just funny. He was just a funny guy. And I think that night we slept over. I slept over at his house. We were sleeping in the spare bedrooms, and his brother had the hamsters, and it was so hard to go to sleep. We were just talking about school and life and all that. And really, first when I met him, he was just like a great guy. And then we got the call saying that he was no longer with us. And that was probably the scariest, saddest moment in my life. We were all together, and we didn't know what was happening, but like he just didn't deserve to go. And like everything that happened when we were friends and when we were talking and all that, like it was like he was such a great friend to me. He accepted anybody, and even if he didn't know you, he was giving you the high five, that little handshake that he had. But we have a lot of great moments together. Like I remember we went to the movies one day. We were walking back from Guelph because we just wanted to go for a little walk. And me and him got into a fight. He punched me a couple times, and that was that. I slept over at his house like that night. There's a lot of great times that we had with him, and like unforgettable moments that like you would always remember. That's Josh Brown.
Josh.
I love you.
I love you.
Love you too.
You.
Except you're still fucked.
Okay.
People say it happens to the people that like need it, and he's probably in a lot better place right now. But honestly, like it's just weird feeling him not here. Like it feels like it happened yesterday. You just can't really forget about that. Like it's just stuck with you for the rest of your life, and knowing that your best friend is gone, like you don't have people to talk to anymore. But overall, like I loved him. I just still do love him. I miss him, and he's impacted so many people's lives. That's what my story of Josh was.
So I met Josh through high school. He first became friends with my friend Logan, yes, and he kind of just instantly came into our group, joined, and he was always there, even now, like he's still here. I still remember we used to go on the adventures with our group in the back of the minivan, going wherever we could think of going that night, to different abandoned places, different that. And I still remember the times that Josh would come. He'd always just be putting smiles on people's face with his little jokes, his stupid actions he'd be doing.
Stop, Zach!
Can't reach. What if his mother saw him like this?
Still remember every time we'd be doing something as a group or just in the school or anything really, he'd always be the one having the most fun, sober or not sober. I mean, couldn't ask for another person to be a good friend, yeah. He was kind of just always there for whoever needed help, kind person to most people, and just, yeah, like I said, he put a smile on everyone's face whenever he was there, always having the most fun. And I still remember every time you'd see him in the halls, or go in the superstore, anytime you'd see him, he'd always do the dab up, and he would do this, funk you and do the snap, and I'm always gonna remember that. I and we all love you, Josh.
I left my home still as a child. I walked 1,000 sorry miles to wait for my father to gather up his tools. He said, my boy, you gotta run. Don't wait for me, don't wait for mom. We'll come get you when it's safe for us to move. So I waited many years, held back the pain behind my tears, for my father to come find me like he said. And in that time I was alone, so many years without my home. I made brothers of a different kind instead. And at the time I didn't know just how hard the wind could blow towards disaster and the things that I would see. I never found my father, I never found my mother either, but I know in my lifetime I will be a hero to the masses, to those born without chances. There's a freedom that everyone deserves. I know there's greed and there's corruption, I've seen death and mass destruction, but I'm telling you, and I hope that I am heard. I will not be commanded, I will not be controlled, and I will not let my future go on without the help of my soul. And I will not be commanded, and I will not be controlled, and I will not let my future go on without the help of my soul. I will not be commanded, I will not be controlled, and I will not let my future go on without the help of my soul. I will not be commanded, I will not be controlled, and I will not let my future go on without the help of my soul.
Hi, I'm scared to go
Bye,
there.
Josh, I love you.
I met Josh when like grade 6, and like he was like kind of like the first person I talked to in middle school, and then like we were just kind of like friends all the way up until like grade 10. But like through middle school, we hung out a lot, and like every night after school he'd FaceTime me and we'd play PS3 all night, and like I just cherish those times with him because he was such an impact in my life. Like I loved that kid to death. And even through high school, even when we stopped hanging out as much, like we still had such a strong connection and friendship. Like it was truly like one of the greatest friendships I've ever had with a person, and I will miss this kid till I die. And like just the impact that he had on people's lives is just crazy. And it's like sometimes you're just in disbelief that he's gone. Like there's never a day that goes by where I don't think about that kid. One of the greatest people I ever met. I have huge respect for that kid. Always will.
I'd known Josh since grade 7 and 8, like just from the skate park and like seeing him and shit. But we didn't really start talking until high school. He started sitting with me on that bus, and like we would just talk about like everything. Just slowly started getting closer and closer, and then I started seeing him at Ryan's and stuff, and we started hanging out. And just over the last couple of years of high school, we started really hanging out and talking, being became a really close friend. I remember the night, April 21st. It was like 11:30. Me and Decon and a bunch of people were all at McDonald's and we were all just hanging out. And then he walked in with Bianca and Sarah and a couple other people, and he was just fucked, right? Like he just looked like he was on some shit. We didn't really know what. We just assumed like, you know, it's a Saturday night. He's having fun. And I remember his eyes just looking at him. Something was different. And when we were on our way out, he was going to his house and me and Decon were going to my house. And I remember the last, like the dap and snap. That's what we'll call it. The snap. That's the last thing I really remember. Last time I spoke to him, last time I shook his hand and talked to him, you know. And then waking up the next day and getting a call from Logan. Decon got the call and put him on speaker, and Logan said, "You guys should swing by. I think I hear there's ambulances outside of Josh's house." So we ran, like we fucking ran to his house, and there wasn't even ambulances. It was like black, like undercover ambulances, and there's people walking around with gloves. And you could feel something different in the air that day, like something changed. I think everyone in Josh knew changed, and you can see to this day, like a year later, it's still changed, and it's never gonna go back to normal. So we're all sticking together. We're trying.
When I met Josh back in, it was like 2016, a few years ago, met him over by MSB. It was a school he went to with my friend Darian and Matt. And just from the moment I met him, he treated me like a best friend. I was so shocked, just the way he acted and everything. Just from there on out, we became much more stronger friends. And throughout the years, we formed a group and got really close. And by the time he was passing, I think that we were more than brothers. It felt like a little family when he was here with all of us. And ever since he is gone, it hasn't really felt the same. He has left a big impact on everyone. I can tell that we're broken and that we really did need him. Josh taught us a lot of things, but I think one of the main things he taught me was to appreciate the people that I have and to take every moment I have with them, not for granted, but to cherish it. And that's what's kind of happening today. As we're all sitting down and talking about how we all loved him and how he impacted our lives and how he just made our lives better. He was just a generally good person. The times that we did go out and we did spend together, like whether it be going to Taco Bell, because God, no, he loved Taco Bell, and I remember I introduced him to it, and he said that we should have done it every Friday, which I try to keep doing, but I haven't been able to do it in recent times. And going to Great Wolf, that was, honestly, I think that was one of the greatest experiences I've had so far, because I was just with my family. That's how I felt.
Thank you, Josh.
Dope.
I think the one thing that we all have to remember is to not look at it as a sad thing, but to keep it as a lesson, as I think that he'd hoped we'd do. Is to keep everyone as close as we can. Cherish the people you have close to you, and just live your life to the fullest, I guess, because you never know when it's going to be taken away from you. I really do love you, Josh, and I hope to see you again someday.
I met Josh like in grade. I met him in grade like 7, but I started chilling with him in grade like 9. Like we got really close, started chilling like every day. The kid, like, I don't know, he was probably like, one of my best friends. I told the kid a lot of shit. I told him everything that was going on in my life, and he pretty much did the same. when he passed, like, I don't know, it impacted me hard. I was kind of fucked for a while. But then, I don't know, I'm not over it, but like, everyone kind of got together. They came and helped each other out. So that was like a good thing out of it. A bad situation, I guess. Probably the best memory I have of him is like, probably when we came back from that party and we were in my tent just chilling, doing, I don't know, he said he was gonna go to the washroom. I go upstairs, the guy's eating bowls of cereal. He had like 2 bowls of cereal, just mowing it down. I look over, Kovacs is just passed out on the couch. I go down in the tent, bare people are just asleep. Yo, it was legit me calling Joshua, the only ones awake. That was probably the best memory. Josh was so kid, funniest thing I've ever seen, probably. Yeah, like, Josh will always be in my mind for sure. I'm never gonna forget him, never gonna forget the memories I have with him. He was definitely one of the big reasons why I started going back to school and stuff. Like, I really got on track. He helped me out really, really well. Yeah. To Joe and them, you're always gonna be in my heart. Like, I love you guys. I love you, Josh, too. Yeah.
Hey there now, where'd you go? You left me here so unexpected. You changed my life, I hope you know, 'cause now I'm lost, so unprotected. In the blink of an eye, I never got to say goodbye. Like a shooting star, flying across the room, so fast, so far. You were gone too soon. You're part of me, and I'll never be the same here without you. You were gone too soon. You were always there, like a shining light. On my darkest days, you were there to guide me. Oh, I miss you now. I wish you could see just how much your memory will always mean to me. In the blink of an eye, I never got to say goodbye. Like a shooting star, flying across the room, so fast, so far. You were gone too soon. You're part of me, and I'll never be the same here without you. You were gone too soon. Shine on to a better place. We'll never be the same. Like a shooting star, flying across the room, so fast, so far. You were gone too soon. You're part of me, and I'll never be the same here without you. You were gone too soon. You were gone too soon. You were gone too soon. You were gone too
Okay, bye guys.
Bye, Josh. See you later. Love you.
Ramsey the Great.
I'm fresh from Costa Rica. I'm fresh from Costa Rica. I met my connect in Costa Rica. See the dope come off the boat from Costa Rica. Flexin', my whip got all the features.
My bitch from overseas and she can't eat without her visa. So I let her be Keisha. She blow me while I blow Keisha. Blow 40 at the club and blow 30